Hello, beautiful people. My name is Amanda Zito. I am in the middle of an 8,000-mile loop of the United States that I have dubbed Flight of the Magpie. If you missed the prep for the series, I will try to link that above my head. I did promise little updates from the road like this. Definitely not as polished as the nice episodes that I will be editing for you once I get back to Portland. I did not want to try to edit proper episodes while I was on the road. I wanted to focus on making miles, but these little impromptu episodes shouldn't take me all that long to edit. So let's go over some of the main highlights thus far. I'm not going to go over everything because that is what the polished, nice episodes are going to be for, but the main things are that when I got to Montana, my brother and I had a little bit of a misunderstanding, and the dates that he took off from work were actually the dates that we were supposed to be in the Badlands already. So I had 2 extra days in Montana, and I'm not complaining because I love spending time with my family. They're amazing, but it does put me behind a little bit. I love you, brother. While I was in Montana, we did a nice big once-over with a fine-tooth comb on my bike. My rear sprocket deteriorated a lot faster than I anticipated it doing so. I had sent sprocket and chain forward to Milwaukie, knowing that I was going to have to change it like at some point on the trip, but it was a little bit worse at this point than anticipated. So I spent a whole afternoon calling like every shop from Missoula to Rapid City, and I finally found a shop in Rapid City that could overnight my sprocket and chain, and they were incredible. Roscoe's in Rapid City, they were just lovely. They bent over backwards to try to help me 100%. I love them. So that taken care of, parts shipped to Rapid City. We just had to get from my home to Rapid City to change those parts, which we did. We got to see Devil's Tower on the way, which was gorgeous. And we changed my sprocket and chain in a KOA campground. That was interesting. I got to see Deadwood, which is like my Disneyland, you guys. It was so awesome. We rode the Needles Highway. We got to see Badlands in 104-degree heat. It's been interesting. Definitely staying in hotels a lot more than I thought that I would be, because finding space at campgrounds has been a nightmare. That part I was not expecting. I got to see Megan Stark and Whit Meza yesterday, which was so awesome. I rode through a lot of rain today, and now I'm somewhere in Indiana. Hoping that I get to meet up with her 2 wheels, fingers crossed, and then from there bucking it to the East Coast so that I can see the Atlantic Ocean, and then I think my next stop from there is probably gonna be Atlanta. I know that we talked about doing meetups, you guys, but like at the speed that I'm having to go just to try to make it home in time, I don't think meetups are happening on this trip. I'm sorry. Hopefully the next time that I do this kind of thing where I come cross country to the East Coast, which I didn't realize how many of you guys are on the East Coast. That's super cool. Hopefully the next time that I do this, I'll have a little more time to work with, or a little less mileage that I have to do. I knew this was going to be a huge undertaking. That's just something that I signed up for when I did the thing. And, you know, for me, just getting to see the East Coast for the first time was the main goal, and all the other extra little stops and seeing everybody else was just kind of icing. And, you know, I don't always need icing with my cake. That's a weird statement, Amanda. Okay, this is probably long enough already. I love all of you guys. My patrons have been getting my little diary entries. If you would like to get those and early access to videos like these, $1 a month over on Patreon. Link to that is down in the description. If you cannot support me monetarily right now, that it's absolutely okay. If you want to contribute to my gas fund currently, you can go over to Ko-fi. Links to that is also down in the description, and chuck me like $3 for a gallon of gas. Every little bit counts. Thank you so much for everybody who has already donated to my Ko-fi for my gas fund currently. You guys are amazing, and huge shout out to my current patrons, because this trip would not be possible without them, period. And in the meantime, guys, I'll see you later. Question for my end screen crew. Have you made dehydrated food in a hotel before?